I tried a lot of mittens, and I tried inbuilt mittens, especially made for eczema, but the only ones that worked for us was scratch sleeves. If you are new to my channel, my baby had severe eczema, and on top of his eczema, he had an infection as well. So his eczema, he was covered in eczema from head to toe, including the head, the ears, inside the nostrils, and on his lips. And most of his eczema was weeping. And during that time, we were using a brand of mittens called Scratch Sleeves. Now, I think that a lot of eczema parents heard of this brand. I will put a picture up because obviously these are the mittens that my son is using right now. Before I tried the scratch sleeves, we did try a lot of mittens, separate mittens. We had inbuilt mittens because my son started having eczema from about 2.5 months old. And at that time, because he was still cold, at that time we still had the sleep suits that had inbuilt mittens. And gradually we moved from that to just cotton, 100% cotton mittens. After that, we also tried another brand of clothes especially made for eczema that had inbuilt mittens. Unfortunately, it did not work for him. It actually made his eczema a lot worse. So all these mittens didn't really work for us, but we needed something to cover him because he was scratching a lot, and his eczema started on the face, and his face was weeping a lot, and it just progressively got worse. But the mittens, the scratch sleeve mittens, are great because you put them on top of the clothes. The top are actually very soft. It's satin, so it's very soft, and my baby just loved them the moment I put them on. And he tends to eat them. He tends to eat the top bit. And he got very attached to his mittens. So my baby was in mittens constantly since birth until about, I would say, 8 months old, because of his eczema. And we started using scratch sleeve, I would say, from about 5 months, give or take, at the advice of our dermatologist, because I was saying to her that his mittens also almost like it makes him scratch even more his face, and he was bleeding at the time, so she recommended to try scratch sleeves. Now my baby loves the scratch sleeves, especially during nursery. When he was settling in nursery, during that time the scratch sleeves became almost like a comfort blanket. It's still his comfort blanket. So my baby is, I would say I have a toddler now. He's 14 months old, and scratch sleeves are part of our bedtime routine. Whenever he sees them, he knows it's time for sleep, and he waits for me. He just put his hands up to put them on so he can go to sleep. And he tends to eat the top bit. He loves eating this bit, and that's how he goes to sleep. We do use dummies, so we do use a dummy, but he likes scratch sleeve more, and he tends to rub his face and rub his head with the sleeves, and that's how he falls asleep. And because of it, he falls asleep right now on his own, which I never thought it would be possible for him, but it's happening. So I would say, if you haven't tried it, or if you haven't heard of this brand, do give it a try. I wash these ones a lot, so I wash them a couple of times a week. I do have a lot of pairs now, but in the beginning I didn't, because I wanted to see if they're any good, and they do last very well, very well. And yeah, like I said, my baby likes them, and it's part of his bedtime routine, and it's almost like it is his comfort blanket. Do let me know in the comments if you ever use scratch sleeves, or what other medicines are you using for your baby? Thank you for watching.